Okay, hello. Here we are, Unit 6. I'm going to go over all the words. The first word is agenda. Here I'm using the source Etym Online, ATYM Online .com. It's a website that goes over the etymology of different words. As originated in the 1650s. Originally, it's a theological, meaning it's a religious term, matters of practice, rather than matters of faith. So it's things you do rather than things you believe. So it's from the root ag, to drive, to draw forth, to move. Latin agenda literally means things to be done. And an agenda is basically a schedule, a list of things you're going to do. It can also be connotated to mean someone's intent. So, for example, I could say the example they gave here is for today, the agenda for today's assembly includes a plan for recycling in the classroom, a schedule, a docket. But I could say that a certain person has, if let's say a political candidate could say, if there was a dispute between, let's choose two innocuous countries, Australia and New Zealand, and I was from New Zealand, I became president, he has a pro-New Zealand agenda. He has an agenda. He wants this to happen for this group. So if I was from New Zealand and for some obscure reason there was a war between Australia and New Zealand and I became president of the United States, I might have an agenda that's pro New Zealand. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Amiable, friendly and good-natured. Good-natured, friendly. And it comes, Marty, whose sense of humor and good spirits never fail, is an amiable companion. And that comes from the word of friend, ami. Amiable, kindly, friendly, worthy of love, admiration. From Old French, amiable, pleasant, kind, worthy to be loved. From the Latin, amicabilis, friendly. From Latin, amicus, friend. So amicus or amicus, friend, loved one, friendly, loving. And from amare, to love. So it's a friend, which is a person who, in a way, you love. So it comes from the word for love or the word for friend, and it basically means friendly or open to something. So you could be amiable in nature, but you could also be amiable to an idea. Let's say John, who loved reading, was amiable to the idea of getting extra reading assignments in class because he already likes reading. He's open to this idea. Okay, Amy, and it comes similar, amare to love, and amicable, similar to the name Amanda, which means lovable. Amy, pleasant, Latin amicabilis. Amicable is pleasant, very similar to amiable. Friendly in a word Roman law, amicus, friend. So, okay. Amiability, quality of being friendly or agreeable. Okay, let's go right next to befuddle. Now, befuddle, as we see, it says to confuse, to make stupid. And it's a difficult scientific experiment with any steps. It's likely to befuddle most beginners. Basically confuse, bewilder, which is similar to befuddle, bewilder. Boggle, stupify is befuddle. And it originally comes from the word to make. Be is to make. To be is to be. So we'll just go right into be, which word forming element of verbs, nouns, to make, about, cause, create by existence, about, around, behead. Okay, well, I gotta get into that. And fuddle actually comes from the word to make drunk. Fuddle means drunk. Let's see, get drunk. Yeah. So to befuddle, it literally means to kind of make someone drunk, which you're obviously all very young, so you wouldn't know. But you've seen in TV and hearing around. Drunk people kind of act stupid. They don't know what's going on. So to befuddle, it literally means to make drunk, but it's to confuse, as if someone is drunk. So befuddle, to become like you're drunk. Synonyms: bewilder, boggle, stupify, and antonyms it puts to enlighten. I wouldn't actually use that exactly, because it's not like you don't know, so you just kind of, it's not that you don't know in knowledge sense, it's that you're just kind of confused. Antonyms: to set straight, to sober up, I guess, or to clarify would be a, I could put clarify here as a, help understand. Help understand. Okay? And it sort of sounds like its definition. Oh, befuddle? Befuddle? What? Befuddle? It sort of sounds like you don't know what's going on. And that's called an onomatopoeia. If a word sounds like what it is. Because befuddle, it sounds like what? Befuddle? Befuddle? It sounds like you don't know what's going on. And onomatopoeia is a word that sounds like its definition. Usually it's like, words like crack, boom, smack, wow, pow, quack, quack, like animal noises or the noises of a sound that makes a noise, but it means a word that sounds like what it means. And that's a Greek word. An easy way to remember onomatopoeia is to look at the Greek of it. Onomatoipe. Onomatopoeia. That's where it comes from. And it's just, the name is what it is. It is what it is, as they say. So now we'll go on to blight. It's a disease that causes plants to wither and die. From the Latin word for white. It's originally, it comes from French, but it comes from white, because to whiten, like to bleach, which kills. Obscure origin, they don't know exactly. Old English, Blake how? A scaphoris, scaphourous skin condition. Mors blinka, become pale, bleach, bleak. Used in a general way, agricultural diseases. It usually refers to agricultural diseases. I put it in my example about the coronavirus, but you can use it for non-agricultural diseases, but it's originally meant for agricultural diseases. Anything which withers, prospects, and it can be used outside of an agricultural context in other diseases or in general. Like in this example, though she received several letters of rejection, she didn't want them to blight her hopes of getting into a good college. So it can be like that misbehaved student blighted their reputation in the school. You could use it in other diseases or just something not related to disease at all. Okay? So we're going to go to boisterous. Boisterous, rough, noisy, in a cheerful way, high-spirited. Think of a sports fan. Think of, just having fun in the morning. Kind of misbehaving, but in a fun, over-energetic way. Boisterous. Okay. Boisterous. Rough, coarse. Coarse means, let's say you look at sand or sandpaper. Fine would be small grains. Rough, coarse would be big grains. Unexplained. Alteration of Middle English, boisterous. Rough, coarse, clumsy, violent. Unknown Anglo-French, boustos, rough road. Perhaps from Old French, boustios, curved, lame, uneven, rough. Itself, modern French, of obscure origin. Another guess traces to Celtic Latin bestia, like a beast. Persons turbulent, clamorous, originally in a distinctly bad sense, but gradually passing into a rough but goodly natured activity. So it means rough, sort of wild, untamed, like a dog. Like a dog you haven't trained yet is a good way of making it. So, and this is a word which etymology is ambiguous. It's not established. But like an animal, like a beast. Think of it like a beast. Like a dog. Think of it like a happy dog, or a happy baby, or a young kid, someone maybe younger than you, who is energetic and maybe breaking things, not really being doing what they're supposed to do, maybe being a little clumsy, but in a happy, loud, unruly disorderly. Okay, and opposite would be quiet, calm, well behaved. So it's badly behaved, but not in a malicious. It's just become not very negative, more of just really happy. I'm enjoying life, and but probably being a little over enjoying life in the. It's not as negative, but it's in the between connotation. Clarity. Clarity, a good way to look at it is clear. Clarté, brightness, radiance, glory, splendor. From Old French, clarté, claret. Modern French, clarté, brightness. From Latin, claritas, brightness, splendor. Also sounds, clearness. So clear. It really means clear. Adjective, clear. It's a noun, as you can see, but it's a noun that means clearness, accuracy. So clarity and clearness are the vet explained with great clarity how best to housebreak their new puppy. Lucidity, which just comes from the word for light, precision, clearness. And the antonyms would be confusion. Original senses are obsolete, meaning clearness. So basically, clarity means it's clear. It literally means clear, like you can see through it. But as clear means, I make my point clear. Is it clear what we have to do? I explained the lesson with clarity. It's kind of, I would just say, a safe way to look at it is just to take clarity, to take clearness and think clear as an adjective, and clarity would be the noun form of that adjective. It's almost identical at this point in the development of the English language. And so we'll go on to the next word, compliant. And here we go. Compliant is basically doing what you're supposed to do. Yielding to desire, ready to accommodate. Accommodate is do what you're supposed to do. Help someone out. And yielding to desire, and it comes compliant, from comply and ant. So comply means to carry out, to fulfill. It's a transitive verb. It's from Old French compli, like complete, compile. Come, as we may have gone over before, come is with. Con in Spanish is with. Com, combine, complete, and then pele is Proto-European, to fill. So with, to fill. So to fulfill, to come with and fulfill, complies to, you're with and you're filling. You're doing. It's hard to really completely translate it, but it means doing what you're supposed to be doing. And what we have as the word is a compliant child is easy to, the textbook said discipline, but I put easy to manage, even in an unfamiliar environment, because discipline, I think the text was kind of wrong. Because you discipline, when it says a person is easy to discipline, if I were to use discipline here, that would be a verb, meaning punish for not doing what they're supposed to do. Discipline as an adjective means someone who does what they're supposed to do, but discipline as a verb is to like punish for not doing what they're supposed to do. But anyway, so compliant is someone who does what they're supposed to do. Okay, and that's the first video. Let me stop this right here.